All right, what's going on, guys? We're back at it again with a February special bonus episode. Guys, if you didn't know, this is my birthday month, so I'm extremely excited to share with you all some of the stuff that I have planned. Oh my gosh, it's so much in store. And I just want you guys to know one thing. I got many people coming to this podcast, many people. Like, I'm not even gonna say their names, but I'm extremely excited to have them. They're extremely excited to be on this podcast, the Mark My Words podcast. Listen, I want you to know that next month in the April and May, there's so many great things that's going to be happening, great topics that we're going to be discussing. You don't want to miss it. And one of the things I'm extremely excited about is closing out season one and initiating season two, opening up season two. It's going to be a lot. I don't even want to share it. Just give me some time. And I want you guys to be expected. Like, have an expectation. If you have already, please and thank you. Thank you very much for the reviews. All of you who've been leaving reviews, I see your comments. I see also your messages. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you who has been journeying with me since last year, December. It's been amazing, and I appreciate each and every one of you all who've been listening to the Mark My Words podcast. I'm elated for your reviews, your feedback, your questions, your thoughts. It's an amazing thing. Now that I got that out the way, I got that out the way. Listen, this this podcast episode is going to be about love. Now, I know this is a topic, it's a hot topic for the month of February. Everybody talking about Valentine's Day, and I know a lot of us are about to be hanging out with our boo thing and things in that nature. But there is 10 things I want to share with each and every one of you who are listening in, both male and female. And 10 things in regards to relationship, love, marriage, romantic love, all these type of things. And I believe that these 10 things is something that you all need to be aware of, because everyone that you connect to as it relates to people, and specifically romantic relationships as well, they can either make or break you. Now, a lot of people don't want to talk about that, but I'm here for it. I'm here for it, and I'm excited to share with you these 10 things. These are things that I have in my heart, and I want to just share with my audience, you podcast audience. You guys are amazing. I appreciate you all so much. So let's get right into it. Number one, y'all ready for this? Number one, don't desire the ceremony more than marriage. Don't desire the ceremony more than the marriage. Now, I know you probably think I'm going crazy right now. Now, this quote that I wrote is specifically for someone who is desiring to be married. Maybe you're single right now, or maybe you're in a relationship right now, and you're even planning out what it would look like for your wedding and how beautiful it is. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? There's nothing wrong with you planning out a ceremony, a grand wedding. I know my wife and I, we had an extremely beautiful wedding, and it was amazing. The ceremony was amazing and things of that nature. But one of the things that I came into this marriage or this desire looking for is God, really, because I knew that marriage is a lot more weightier than the ceremony. A lot of people are fond upon the ceremony, the beauty, the dresses and things of that nature. And even me, I was trying to get fresh, but I knew that the weight of marriage was very important. And I want to talk to you who is listening right now, who desires to get married. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a beautiful desire. But make sure you're more committed to the marriage than the ceremony, because actually the marriage that's important. The marriage that's important. I will go deeper into that later on in this next thing right here. Number two, and this is for folk who are in romantic relationships, okay? I'm really sticking on the whole theme, the love theme. You know how it is. The month of February. Side note, I gotta interject this right quick. My birthday is this month. Go ahead and bless me. My Cash App will be in the comments, or my Cash App will be stated right now in this video. Look, because I'm doing a video as well. Bless me, February 21st. But number two, here's the second thing. Ask the right questions before you desire to be in a romantic relationship. I don't know if we do this enough, but we need to bring back the power of asking the right questions. I think everybody want to get them a relationship and be in a relationship. Everybody is desiring relationship goals, quote unquote. But can I ask you a question? Are you asking your missus, your boo thing, your sir, the mister, the right questions? Because if you fail to ask the right questions in regards to the seriousness of this relationship, you might be doing yourself a disservice. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not just speaking to one audience, I'm talking to both of you. Ask each other the right questions. Okay. Number three, this one's my favorite. Oh my God. Don't let your preferences dictate your commitment. What do I mean by that? Can you love someone outside of your preferences? That's the question I want to ask. Because a lot of y'all got a whole bunch of preferences. A lot of us got preferences that's a super long list. He got to be 6'1". She got to be red. She got to be thick. He got to have a nice job. Blah, blah, blah. I want to ask you, can you love outside of those preferences? Because watch this. If your mister or your missus or the person you desire loses all the things that you prefer, will you continue to love that person? And that's a question you should definitely answer. Number four. Oh, I'm about to get in trouble about this one. I'm looking at it right now, and oh well, I'm just gonna share it. Number four. Here's the fourth one. Don't get married because of an accidental pregnancy. I'm gonna say that again. Don't get married because of an accident or an accidental pregnancy. A lot of us may have friends and family members, coworkers, employees, grandbabies, grandkids, I don't know, cousins, aunties, uncles, who you and I know probably got married because of a pregnancy that was not planned. Don't do that. Don't do that. And if you got more questions or you want to dive deeper into that, hit me up on social media. I would love to talk more in detail in regards to that. My social media handle is at Mark Lebrun, double N at the end of Lebrun, at Mark Lebrun. And I'll be more than happy with diving deeper into that conversation. A pregnancy should not determine your marriage. A pregnancy shouldn't be the very thing that makes you want to get married. Just because it was an accidental pregnancy doesn't mean that you two should be together. So you want to be careful about marrying someone because of an accident. No, marriage is a serious thing. It's a commitment. All right. All right. Oh, this is, I'm going to just say it. I'm just going to say it. Number number 6. I told you I got 10 things. Number 6. Here it is. Here it is. Stop playing husband and wife. Stop. Just stop playing husband and wife. Y'all shacking up too early. Ain't no wedding ring on those fingers. Y'all ain't meet with no pastor to counsel y'all for premarital counseling. He ain't proposed to you, and what are we doing? Can we stop this in 2021? Find someone who is serious about commitment. I had to learn at an early age to not be like my environment. What do I mean by that? I grew up being raised seeing people shack up. And while that is very popular to do, it's also very dangerous to do. Because if you try to practice marriage before entering marriage, you might not like it. I could go deeper into that. Should I go deeper into that? You should not practice marriage before entering into a commitment of marriage. It's a real life decision. Stop shacking up. Just stop that, y'all. All right. Number 7. Uh-oh. Number 7. You don't need a man. Oh, watch this. I'm sorry. You don't need a man only if you want his money. What I'm basically trying to say is if you only want his money, you do not need no man. Like, let's not even do that. A lot of us sometimes, and I've met women who only want to be with men who got money. Is that all to a man? Like, I feel disrespected if a woman or my wife who is so beautiful, if she only wanted to marry me or be with me because of my money. That is disrespectful. Ladies, stop that. We have to move past these material things and go deeper into what love looks like. Do not desire a man only for their money. Number 8. Number 8. You don't need a girl if all you care about is having sex. Now, this one is a tough one for our men, because in a culture that tells us, she thick, or she look good, or let me get up in them jeans, blah blah blah, and it's really so popular to just say, man, I just want to be with her to smash. I want to be with her to have sex. And watch this. There are also conversations I've had with men who think marriage is all about sex. Marriage is part of sex, but it's not all about sex. And I'm going to say this one time, and then we're going to move on. You don't need no girl if all you care about is sex. I said what I said. Number 9. Love is a decision, not a feeling. I heard this from my pastor say this. He said this like about a few years ago, where I heard him share this very thing. Love is not a feeling. He was like, you can't fall in love. Can I bust your bubble really quickly? All of us, or all of you who say, I fell in love, or I I feel this sense of love. Let me tell y'all something. You cannot fall in love. Love is a decision. Love, it's about deciding. Like, it's an action. It's a verb. It's not a feeling. Which leads me to my last number. Number 10. My last one. God is love. God is love. How dare we minimize the word love to a feeling? How dare we minimize this word love and to this this thing that we feel or we fall in love. You can't fall in love. God is love. And the Bible speaks of God being love. And let me tell y'all something. If God is love, then we might have to redefine what we think love is. And I know a lot of us are in this month of February and we love the idea of celebrating with our boo things, and there's nothing wrong with that. But can I ask you a serious question? Do you know who God is? Is God at the center of that relationship you're trying to seek? Is God the foundation of any of your relationships? Whether there's somebody that's watching me right now, you're listening, you might be married. I want to ask you, is God the foundation? Is God the pursuit? Are you pursuing God and pursuing his love? Are you pursuing the gospel, his redemption, this beautiful display? Like husbands, we're called to love our wives just as Christ loves the church. Do you know what that means? These are some questions I want to ask you guys, and most likely I'm going to be diving deeper into this in this podcast because God means a lot to me. And my heart is that whatever it is that I share on this podcast will mean a lot to you. I am an unapologetic Christian. And because I'm Christian, it really pushes me. The Holy Spirit pushes me. He inspires me. He motivates me to share things that are coming from God. And I believe that there's somebody that's watching right now who needs God. You need God right now. You need a renewing of the mind. You need to change the way you think in regards to love. Love should not be celebrated in 1 month. Love is something that we should always live out throughout our entire life. And I know we're going into February 14th and closing out February and things in that nature. But I want you to remember this: God is love. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. God, Jesus, sacrificed himself to show you this love, to display this love. And I want you to think about this as you are listening to this podcast. Like, think about why Jesus did the thing that he did. It was because he loved you and I. He loves us. And it is what it is. Guys, I want to thank you all for joining me and listening to this podcast. I think this was something that would inspire you. It is always my hope to encourage you and to share words of encouragement, something that would inspire you. And I want you to know something, that whenever you are listening to anything in regards to the podcast or whatever, whenever you are on social media, remember to listen to things or read things that bring value to you, because we want to be people that reciprocate value. Like, we want to add value to others as we desire value to be added unto us. Like, you got to desire being valuable, and you have to desire valuable information. And I think it's something that's important for us. I think this podcast would be something that would shift that mindset as it relates to what you view as valuable or not. Because mark my words, whatever you value will eventually become your life. And that's what we should aspire anyways, right? We should aspire to be who God called us to be. We are valuable. We're not worth nothing. We are worth a lot. You and I were worth dying for, period. So I wanted to share that with you all. I appreciate you all. I'm going to be on here again next month, but I got some special guests coming in. I want you guys to anticipate. Follow me on social media. I want y'all to know that there's some incredible guests coming on this podcast, and I can't wait for you to hear. Thank you so much, you all. I appreciate you. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace out.